Okay, good job. You made it to the very end. You're like runner-up in the show.
Yep.
Did you know in advance of the actual airing the outcome?
No.
Or so you found out? You did
yeah.
really find out in front of everybody.
Oh yeah.
Walk us through the emotions
of the finale.
Shock.
Of like
the
just final.
The final moment.
Yeah. Well, at that point, there's the one thought. There's this one myth that only the winner gets signed to like the infamous contract, and it's just not true. They can sign anybody they want. You sign, at least on my season, it was this way, and I think it's still this way. You sign at top 24, and then they can pick up your option if they want to for anybody in the top 24. So there's this one part of like people saying like, well, I don't like, it's great to get second because then you won't get signed and you get all the exposure. And that's not necessarily the truth. And they had talked to me a lot, and I was fully convinced that they were going to sign me no matter what when it was top.
At their discretion. You had pre-signed your side of it.
That's correct.
You're like, I will if you accept me.
That's correct.
Great position to be in. Wonderful. Okay, continue.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I might as well win, you know? And I'm such a competitor, and
Sure.
Sports was my first love. And I think that's where I got a lot of the high stakes. Like, I love it. Like that stuff, I think I got that from sports growing up. And I was like, well, I might as well win if they're going to sign me no matter what. You're like, let's go. And we get to the end, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to not even visualize, but like imagine my name being read by Ryan Seacrest. It comes out, and he opens the card, and I had learned a couple weeks before, there's one episode where you're out there, he opens the card, and I looked over, and you can just see on the card like who made it. Mm-hmm. So I told Nick Fradiani is the winner of my season. I told Nick before we went on, like, don't look at the card. Like Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard, Clay famously looked over and saw the card before the announcement. And so I told him, like, don't look at the card. He's like, okay. So our heads are down. We got our arms around each other. And I'm trying to imagine him saying my name. I'm trying to hear my name. And up to that point, every single cut on American Idol, when it was the time to make the cut, it was this weird confidence, but I knew that I was going through every time. I wasn't at top 24 thinking, oh, I'll be at least top 5. A lot of people talk like that. I never even thought about it. I just knew that cut in the moment, I'm not going home. I know I'm not. Up until that moment. And I tried to imagine Ryan saying my name, and I couldn't. I was like, what's going on? Like I couldn't even, I was trying to force his voice in my head saying Clark Beckham. And I couldn't. And I was like, it's not happening. I didn't win. And then he said, Nick Fradiani. And what surprised me so much was this incredibly dynamic dichotomy of emotion. I was upset because I didn't win. It's a form of rejection. It's a form of more people said the other guy than said you know, in the voting. But then there was this emotion that I didn't even expect or think about, which was my absolute best friend in the world, who I would die for today, still today, just won American Idol. And I was so excited for him, which I didn't even have time to speculate that would be a feeling I would have. But but both were there, and they were present. They were both very real, and they were both very intense. Mm-hmm. And then I left, and you walk right into like press, and I was just like, I know that God led me here for a reason, and He didn't lead me here just to drop me now. And I know it's for the better and everything. You know, I said all the right things and just kept moving. But that's what shocked me the most was how excited I was for him.
Just an aside, where's he at now? Do you guys stay in touch?
Yeah. He's been super successful on Broadway. So he played Neil Diamond in the Neil Diamond musical.
Fantastic.
And can sound just like him.
Yeah.
It's freaky, but he's doing great.
Awesome. Genuinely glad to hear that.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you are too. Okay. So I had a friend that was on the podcast not too long ago that was on just a couple of seasons ago, and he said that, you know, he actually cheated over and looked and saw that he wasn't the guy, and so he was like kind of ready, and then but he said that after the press you're kind of like deer in headlights a little bit, at least he was, and then you go right to a counselor for 15 minutes to kind of like make sure you're gonna like
make sure you're good,
live through this.
Yep.
So you did that as well.
Yep.
And then did they obviously didn't option the recording contract, or what happened?
Yeah. They have, I can't remember how many days like to decide, but that was my season was the last season they did the American Idol tour. So then we went on tour, and then after the tour was over, that's when they made their decisions. And they told me like, we're not going to pick up your option. Which, again, another big old dichotomy of emotion. I knew that was such a good thing, but I also was like,
they didn't pick me.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why? Because bottom line is, business-wise, like, straight up, they don't think you're a good investment. I mean, that's really the bottom line of it. And that was, that was upsetting. I'm like, you don't believe in me? There's this thing in there. But oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
so
happened.
they reject you. You have a little kick in the teeth there. And then you go back home, but you're still Clark Beckham runner up for season 14. There's a huge name of recognition that goes with that. There's huge opportunity that accompanies that. And as you like sensed or knew, what a wonderful moment to have, and all of the possibilities that could go forward with that. What happened in the wake of that? Were you like, I should release some music, or did a bunch of people come at you and be like, do this for, maybe you want to be this guy, maybe you want to be this guy? What?
Yeah, really. I just got a bunch of inquiries for gigs, and
gigs meaning like gigs,
like corporate stuff, like just one-off, come sing for this, come sing for that. Come sing like for my kid's 16th birthday, and we'll pay you a number that you never thought you would ever get paid for.
A very big number for you.
Yeah, like just those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And the problem was, I thought, oh, this is my life now. And this will be my career for the rest. This is how my life's going to be.
Bar mitzvah singer.
Yeah, well, it was more of just like, sweet, I'm going to get paid so much money for the rest of my life to come sing at things. Good with that. And that, unfortunately, that was pretty much the only thing I was cared about. I was like, great, I'll make good money and I can sing at things, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't the proper amount of pursuit of career, of albums, of projects, of creation.
You just cashed.
I was just like, sweet, I'll just go sing at things, and this is fun.
So you did do that.
I did do that.
For how long did that last? Years?
Present day. I mean, I still.
Yeah, sure.
It's just that's kind of always been there. And then such bad decisions. I was like, well, I do want to do this song. I feel really good about it. And there's this producer that I met on the show who produced Chris Brown and Tori Kelly, and he said he's willing to produce my thing too. And it's going to be like $10,000 just for his fee. And then he also wants like all these points, whatever that word means.
Yeah.
And I have that money, and this is the next step. And so after everything, I end up spending the amount of money that I could have made a full album with, because I thought I had to do it this certain way. And then the song didn't do well. It sounds awesome. The production is incredible. Like, the musicians are the best I could imagine. It's amazing, and no one really cares. And I just spent so much money on a song that didn't do really anything for my career in a music video and all of this. And I really made bad decisions.
Let me ask you this really quickly. So you
Yeah.
had this beautiful song that lives up to the promise in a sense, like sonically, and he delivered on that.
Oh yeah.
And then did you hire a publicist? Did you have a team around you? Was there a label putting it out, or was there a plan of like a promotional plan?
No, it was just, I have all these followers on social media and this is the song and now it's out, and I have a music video and it's going to get millions of views on YouTube, and like, here it comes, I'm going to explode because this is so awesome. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
At least it didn't.
Yeah.
And I tell people, it's funny, I tell people now that come off the show the same stuff that my dad told me when I came off the show that I didn't listen to. Just so annoying, to know like, dang, the voice of reason was right there and I just rejected it. But you're going to get paid a lot of money for some gigs in the next 3 or 4 months. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and do not spend money you don't have to spend, and make really good music as cheaply as you can and make as much of it as you can, and invest in things and get some passive income you get paid. Sometimes these artists will...
This is annoyingly wise, all of these things your dad is saying.
It's so annoying. Yeah. And I mean, you're going to get a random gig that's going to pay you like $40,000 to sing 2 songs. Like, it's going to happen, and you're going to freak out, and it's going to happen. And then you have to take that and do something really wise with it. And I thought I did that. I was like, great, I'm going to buy all this gear. I was like, because this is my
physical objects.
And I just made so many bad decisions right after.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go ahead and click here to like and subscribe. You can click right there to watch another video, or click here to watch a playlist featuring the songs of the Morse Code Podcast. Okay, thank you very much.